Alright, what's up guys? Sorry I've been away for a while, and I've been sick and dealing with work and all the holidays and whatnot, so haven't been around very much or had the time to do anything. Plus I'm just getting over being sick. I'm still kind of sick as well. I thought of doing a video on one of my E.D.Cs that it's probably the same. I probably showed in other videos. Just because it's been so good, it's been hard to get away from it. I've added a few things to it, but for the main part, it stayed the same. And that'd be this one here. I carry this just about every day, on a daily basis. And if it's not broke, don't fix it, kind of deal that's going on here. And with this, I build a lot of stuff, I make a lot of stuff, and I can get a lot of stuff done with this stuff here. And this is the Leatherman, oh man, I forget the name. Rev, the Leatherman Rev, there we go. And I kind of like this. I wish it didn't have the knife on here. I wish it was just as small as this one for a more slimmer carry, because it would fit better in here. And just be lighter and overall. I do a lot of steps at work, and I cover a lot of distance, so kind of every ounce adds up after 9 hours on your feet. But this is the Rev. I mainly just use it for the pliers, the big heavy duty pliers. You can get a lot done with pliers. I also use the wire cutters a lot for zip ties and stuff like that to trim them. Other than that, I don't use it too much. Every now and then I will use the this one here, the flathead. I really don't use any other tool on here. I don't think I've ever used this file either. It's really short to be a file. I think I just use that flathead. I've used it a few times. And what a lot of people don't realize is I've tried to stop carrying this, but you really need 2 screwdrivers, flat and standard or whatever, on you at all times, because there's a lot of times I'll either need to hold it this way and then hold the bolt on the back side to tighten something, or sometimes it'll be two Phillips, like a Chicago screw or something like that. And for that you can get by with this, doing both. And I also have, what is it? This one also has a flathead too, so I can get by if it was this one as well. I mainly use this for a lot of stuff. It's really hard to get away from this. I don't really love Victorinox, but boy is this thing useful. I whip it out every day, almost every day, And yeah, it just does well. I use this blade, the pin blade, to open up boxes. I got oil on it. And for screwdriver, I use this a lot. I wish this one kind of locked a little bit better. It's scary sometimes. It does when you're torquing down on stuff, which you probably shouldn't be doing with a small tool like this anyway. It does have a tendency to want to close, and I'm worried about that sharp edge. But it hasn't got me yet, so that's a good thing, right? And there's your little flathead there. But boy, that is such a handy little tool. And you got the Leatherman Rev. So the only tool I really wish I had, other than these two that I always find myself needing, is a crescent wrench. This, I mean, you can get by with the needle nose pliers in a pinch, but they don't go very far, you know what I mean? And anyone that's worked on anything, really, you're just going to strip the bolt out eventually, or it's better to have a crescent wrench. So a mini crescent wrench is about the only thing I'd add to this, and then you can pretty much get about anything done. At least at my work, if I had a crescent wrench, I could just about get most of it done. Unless it was a big bolt, over an inch, then yeah, you need a big crescent wrench, which you're not going to carry on you. But a mini crescent wrench would probably get a lot done. And then as for a light, I just carry the Solitaire by Maglite. This is a good little light. I use it a lot, and I stick it in my mouth, and that's my headlamp. So it's real light and easy to put in your mouth. Let's be honest, we all do that. You need two hands free. And you're not going to carry a headlamp on you. I don't know anyone that carries a headlamp on them. And as for a lighter, I just use an old Zippo, and I use this rubber tube because I notice if you don't have this on there, boy, it dries out quick. The fluid inside evaporates, and you got to refill it almost every day. With this, you can get a week or 2 weeks out of it, you know, if you're not really using it. And there's a Zippo. I just like the old school style of this. Really cool. It's just a cool factor, as nothing fancy would say. The cool factor is there. So there's my fire, and then to sharpen my tools, I use this camelus thing. And I'm going to do a separate review on this thing, so if you're curious about my thoughts on this, stay tuned for that video. But yeah, that's what I use to sharpen my tools in a pinch. And there's my little E.D.C kit. Now this isn't the only knife I usually carry on me. Sometimes I carry another knife, but sometimes I just want to go for a lightweight, and I just take this and I say forget the other knife. And this thing will do everything that you need it to do. It won't defend your life, but I was trying to think the other day, you know, probably in a pinch you probably could use this as a weapon. I don't know. But I usually carry my keys on the lanyard, so, you know, in a pretty good size one. So, you know, you could whip that around like a bolo if you had to defend yourself, which would probably be more effective than a knife anyway, because you got more reach. It's a blunt tool. But anyway, that's pretty much the sum of my E.D.C. Now, as a bonus, I'm going to show you another kit I've been trying to build. Kind of similar to this, like if you guys wanted to kind of see something else just like this, just different. See what else you could do, kind of build the same kit. And I've been working on it. The only thing I don't have in that kit is a sharpener. I think I could carry a pin on the back here. Oh, I forgot. For the mini screwdrivers, I do carry this. I always forget I have this. I've never used it really, you know. I think I used it like one time. This is just a little mini bed driver for like glasses, you know, for them little mini screwdrivers. None of the tools really have this on there. And I just carry this down in there with the lanyard, and you can get all your small needs there. Oh, and I forgot to mention on the camelus, what about your Torx, right? Well, you got all the Torx on the camelus tool. That's why I kind of really like this thing. And I haven't replaced it because none of these have these little star bits or whatever you call them. I guess T10, T9. And I have used this on my knives and other stuff as well. So you got quite a bit of tools here. Like I said, with a Crescent, you could probably get... This is a pretty good little toolkit. Now, to show you something, if you wanted to try and build something the same or see something kind of similar, just a smaller package. This is something I built. This here is the Victorinox. I really like this one. It's just too big. I would carry it in this one and switch it out for that red one, but it's just too big. It's a little bit too fat. And I like it because it has a saw on there. I don't have a saw on the other one. That's the only bad thing is. It'd be nice to have a saw. I should probably just switch out that Victorinox for one with a saw and it still has that can opener if there is such a thing. Maybe one of you Victorinox guys can comment down on the bottom and let me know. But I have a review on this knife. You can see all the tools it has. It has scissors. It has just about everything. So that's a good tool there. And if you've been with the channel a while, you know I kind of hate this tool. You can go check out that video. But in a pinch, you know, there's your pliers. Now these aren't going to be very good pliers, and if you've seen my other video, they don't work out very well. But for smaller tasks, maybe you know you're not going to be doing that much work that day, you can probably carry this, or maybe you work in a place that where you don't really need pliers that much. This might be a better option for you. But don't expect to get heavy duty work done with that. Here's just your backup knife. Just a little old timer in there. And I see this is something I would use to open up boxes, as where this one I just kind of keep in the pouch. That's why I said I carry a different knife with the other one. And that's usually the knife I use to open up boxes. But every now and then I'll use that Victorinox. That's for the light. I went with the same one. Because that light is just, it's just a good little light. It gives you enough light, and it's small, compact, only takes one battery. And then as for the light source, I saw this atomic lighter. I've never really used it, but it looks cool. I don't know if you guys can see that on camera, but I wouldn't want to touch that. I wonder if I'd light a piece of paper on fire. I don't know if I have any piece of paper here. Oh, here we go. Let's try some pyrotechnics, huh? Oh, look at that. Wow. Wow, I'm impressed that it lit it that fast. That's kind of impressive. Did you guys see that? Wow. Look at that. That's like a real lighter. Can you tell I've never used this before? Wow, I didn't think it'd start a fire that fast. So this is a cool little thing, and you can recharge it here. So this kind of replaces Zippo and the other one. Boy, is it heavy though. And the only thing, I got another hole down here for a sharpener. I know they make some sharpeners like this with the carbide in it. That's what I would probably put in this kit, because you don't have enough room for, you know, the big Camelus one over there. But pretty neat little set, little kit, kind of the same thing as the other kit, just different tools. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe, give me a like, and stay tuned for more.